Last time on Corpse Party, Book of Shadows. No, don't do this! No! Oh my god! Oh, we found Mayu again. Darkening is at 17%? How the fuck did that happen? Oh, hello, Sachiko.
Painful memories, you see, are the funniest of them all.
Well, that can't be good. Seiko, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please, forgive me. I just want us to be together forever. Greetings, my beautiful viewers. I am the Hunter of Comedy, and welcome back to Corpse Party, Book of Shadows. Oh my god. So, I'm sorry if I sound a little exasperated. I had a hell of a time, I don't know if, there was an update or a bug or something, but, I had a hell of a time just getting the game to work today. Oh my god, because, I recorded the first two episodes in one go, and then, this episode just didn't want to start recording, so it's been kind of a pain in the ass, to get to work, but I got it to work, so hooray! Oh god. And yeah, last time we went around as Naomi, tried to find Seiko and, stop us, us from super murdering her, and, met, Sachiko, which is bad, and now all of a sudden we've reunited with Naomi, with Seiko, and we're not super angry anymore. I'm hoping things go better, but I have no idea what's gonna happen. So, let's just dive right back in. That's right, they went to the custodian's office. There weren't any working lights in the custodian's closet, but it definitely felt a lot safer in there than it did in that creepy, creaky hallway. The two of us plopped down next to one another on the tatami. For a little while, neither of us said a word. I guess we weren't sure what to talk about.
I'm so glad you're okay, Seiko. You too, Naomi. How's your ankle? Still hurt?
I feel like it did really bad for a while there, but it's totally fine at the moment.
Glad to hear it.
Did you manage to find your paper doll scrap?
No. It's still missing. Guess I must have dropped it somewhere, and finding it in this place is quite a feat.
Yeah, it is. Sorry, but when we get back, you can always ask the class rep to perform the ritual again, and you can have a replacement.
That's true.
Once we calmed down a bit, we reached a point where we simply didn't want to leave this room anymore. We had no desire to go back into those halls. I mean, why would you? So we didn't. We stayed right where we were for a really long time, just chatting endlessly with one another, casual as can be. About class, the festival, and our sleepover the previous night. Ordinary, everyday conversation. Then I happened to look and catch Seiko staring at me.
Yeah, totally. Seiko, is something wrong? Huh? No, it's nothing.
It was too dark to see Seiko's features in any detail, but something seemed to miss. It was her face. Was she blushing?
Naomi? This is hard for me to say. But, well, what is it?
She had an uncharacteristically serious expression on her face and seemed really nervous. What was it, Seiko? What were you trying to tell me?
Never mind.
Oh, she was trying to admit that she likes her. Oh.
Oh, come on. Now my curiosity is killing me. Just spit it out already. Promise you won't laugh?
If you don't want me to, then I won't.
Okay. Because I'm totally serious.
Oh? My heart skipped a beat. This was the beginning. How could I be so dense all this time?
Since we have no idea what's going to happen to us in here, there's Something I really need to tell you. Okay.
Seiko's focus changed. Her gaze was now directed squarely at my lips. Wait, was it?
Will you, kiss me?
Huh?
I want to kiss you.
Oh, it's like that special scene we got in the first game. Oh.
Why? Because I love you.
As a friend, right? Oh no, it's like that meme. I love you. As a friend, right? As a friend, right? Seiko didn't say a word. She just shook her head fervently. I was dumbfounded. Was she confessing to me? I hadn't even confessed. I hadn't even had a boy confess to me yet. She hung her head low, staring down at her feet. My silence seemed almost like it was causing her physical pain. She looked like she might explode. I couldn't see her face clearly, but I was certain she must have been quivering and blushing from ear to ear.
You're serious? I'd marry you if I could. I want to kiss you. And hug you, too.
That was the first time I'd heard Seiko speak so softly, or with such a stammer in her voice. Before I knew it, I was crying. I had no idea why.
Seiko, I'm sorry. I
ran out of the room and just took off down the hall. No! No! Why? So couldn't tell why I was crying. It's like I was scared, or maybe I was happy, or maybe I just lost a friend. I needed to calm down. The Seiko I was friends with wasn't gone. She hadn't been lost. Regardless of whether or not I was able to return her feelings, I owed her at least a thank you. Seiko must have been pretty deep in regret by that point. I needed to get back to her. I needed to let her know that I would still stand by her. Why did you run away? Like, I get this. I mean, like, let me be honest. You know, like, I'm a straight guy. I've had, you know, gay guys tell me they liked me before, and like, yeah, it was awkward, and like, but I was like, I appreciate that, really, I do, but I don't reciprocate and everything, and then again, I mean, like, to me, it happened when I was already an adult, so, like, what, they're like 15, 16, so yeah, it kind of makes sense, but still. Oh, what? I was suddenly distracted by the sound of dripping water nearby. It's as if someone had left a faucet on, but only just. It was slowly slipping out onto the floor. But where was it? It sounded close, yet there was no sign of running water anywhere that I could see. I had a bad feeling about this. All I knew was it was close. Like, really close. No. Wait, it couldn't be. I looked down at my feet and I gasped. There is blood coming from... Oh my god! An unpleasant-looking black liquid was running down my thighs and pooling on the floor beneath my feet, and it wasn't stopping. You! What the hell? What is this? Ugh. I hesitantly collected a bit of my finger and studied it. It wasn't blood. It was almost tar-like in consistency, smooth and viscous. And it seemed to be faintly glowing as well. Was it... Why was something like this coming out of my body? Ah! I went to wipe my finger on my skirt and just shifted in place, only to lose my footing and fall backwards, landing on my rear. Ah! Pulled my hands to the side of my head, closed my eyes and screamed. I'd reached my limit. Just wanted all this to be over. But try as I might to shut the world out, the world was determined not to be ignored. It was like heaven and earth were moving all around me. I felt dizzy. It was like my soul and my body were separating. I became acutely aware of my own mass and started obsessing over it. I was so heavy. My head in particular. The head cranium weighs about 5 kilograms. I could feel every last gram straining my neck muscles. It was hurting my back.
What's happening? I'm losing consciousness. Can't open my eyes.
All the blood in my body came rushing up to my head. Why was this happening? I could feel the blood vessels in my face pressing against my skin. I could see my blood behind my eyelids.
It hurts. It hurts. It hurts so much.
The blood just kept coming. It wouldn't stop. It felt as if my blood vessels, my eyes, my whole head could burst at any moment.
Somebody, please save me! Seiko!
Be careful. You're about to fall into the valley of past and future memories. Just as my last vestiges of consciousness were fading, I heard a little girl's voice. But I was in pain. I was weighed down. I couldn't open my eyes.
If you wish to save your friend, you'll need to overcome fate first. What are you saying?
The heaviness in my head grew at an alarming rate. I heard a tearing sound behind my ears. The sound of a major blood vessel breaking wide open. I was certain I was going to die. Then the pain and dizziness suddenly vanished. I had the sensation of a faint shimmering before my eyes, and I wondered if maybe I could open them now. Slowly and carefully, I relaxed the muscles that were so forcefully and fearfully holding my eyelids shut.
Where am I? This isn't Heavenly Host?
I knew exactly where I was. I'd seen this image a million times before. I'd seen it just this morning with Seiko. This was my house.
Huh? Am I really home? Was it all a dream, maybe? Mom! I'm home! Huh?
Something wasn't right. My field of vision was low to the ground, and everything around me looked so much larger than it should be. What was going on?
Naomi, guess what? I brought you a cat! Dad?
Oh, it's her father. Oh, I thought it was her mother. You've always been so mature, watching the house all by yourself when we're away. Come on, pet it.
Isn't she great, Naomi? Mom?
Now you'll have someone to keep you company.
Sorry we're always so late coming home from work, sweetie. It's so nice that we can trust you, though.
I'm really sorry, but now you won't be lonely anymore, right?
Stop this.
May would spend half her time indoors and the other half in the backyard, as if she were out to pasture or something. It may not have been much land, but it was her territory, and she rarely ventured outside of it. Once I was so upset that my parents were going to be late coming home from work that I scooped up May and ran away from home for a little while.
Oh no, do not! No! No, bad! Kitty, no! Oh no! Papa, Mama, I hate you. Stop it. It's because you're here, May. Because you're here, Papa and Mama don't think they have to come home. It's your fault, you know. Naomi, what's wrong? Why are you crying? Where did you and May run off to? I'm sorry, May. I don't want us to be apart. I said a really mean thing to you, May. I'm so sorry. Now. It's all right, Naomi. May will always be there for you. She loves you, you know. She can sense exactly how you feel, and she's very understanding. Yes, cats are. Oh my god. Makes me worry about it makes me want to go pet my own kitties right now.
It wasn't long after that May ran away. I searched for her every day through teary eyes, but in the end, she never did come home. And it's such a pity. I guess even cats get strange ideas in their heads from time to time. That wasn't it.
And you two were such good friends, too.
I did this.
But you'll make a new friend in no time. You just need to put this out of your mind and move on.
It's because May was so understanding and kind-hearted that she disappeared from my life. If only I hadn't said what I said to her. Sadly, words have a lot of power, and a lot of people don't realize that. I mean, I be sure to tell my kitties every day, even when they do something bad and they upset me, I always tell them that while I'm angry with them, I still love them and I'm happy that they're in my life. I mean, like, I'm not kidding you. Like, just a few minutes before I started this video, like, my my cats were sleeping in different spots on, like, their cat tree. And, like, I, like, had to, like, pet them and give them hugs and kisses because, you know, they're my babies. And I love them. And I had to I tell them, I'm not even kidding you. I don't care what people say about me, but every single day, I tell my cats that I love them and I'm happy that they're in my life. So, yeah, they know how much I love them and I know how much they love me. So, that's good.
May, come back, please, May! May? You never change, do you? Mom? Mom, where are you? She's not here. Naomi? Seiko? Seiko! Seiko, are you alright? I've been looking all over for you. I'm so sorry about before.
She didn't respond. She didn't have to. This was definitely Seiko.
I can't see very well. Come a little closer, please. Let me see your face.
I drew in towards Seiko, who was sitting on the ground and resting her head on her shoulder, and I wrapped my arms around her. I still couldn't see her face. I thought it might be because of the dim light in the room. But no, that wasn't it. Something was very wrong here. Seiko wasn't moving an inch, and that's when I realized. Her skin was cold.
Huh. She's dead? Wait, where was I? Was I at home, or was this heavenly host? Last thing I remembered was frantically trying to find her again.
I could smell incense from somewhere far off and finally realized that this wasn't reality. Now arriving at Kishi Station.
No. This person sitting perfectly still on the floor, not saying a word. This wasn't Seiko. So who was it? Naomi.
Oh boy. Within the unyielding darkness, I knew that whoever it was taking Seiko's shake was coming toward me.
She's here. She's right next to me. I can feel her breath. I can sense her presence. Who are you? I'm your friend with the broken neck. Remember? This is the future, where you make me die. No! Why did you leave me by myself back there? After we finally managed to get back together, too. I was so worried that I'd hurt you. So worried. And that's why things turned out this way. No, don't say that!
As I lay there, stricken with grief, I heard the footsteps of a child approach. I looked up and saw a little girl with a red dress standing over me. Oh, nuts!
Do you want to save your friend, no matter what it takes? What are you? I'm the one who controls the fate of this world.
I had no clue what she meant by that. I remember she'd been giving me advice this whole time. She had a different air about her than the other spirits around the school building. Felt like maybe she was on my side. She is not! She is definitely not!
I want to save her. Please, if there's some way to do it, tell me how! I'll give you another chance to remember. Think hard. What you've just seen are events from your past, which is also the future which your spirit now passes. In other words, this isn't the first time you've experienced this sequence of events, but you already knew that, didn't you?
This sort of thing didn't happen. It should have sounded like complete nonsense to me. But I didn't say a word, I just nodded. There were only fragments, but nonetheless, I was seeing crystal clear visions of what I can only assume were my first time experiencing these events. The sense of deja vu I'd been feeling wasn't just some crazy delusion or misidentified nerve impulse in my brain. It was real.
Then you've already seen the trigger event from which your despair originated. So now, you fight against this fated demise.
When I came back to my senses, I found myself standing in the hallway on the 3rd floor of the school building. When did I get here? How long had I been here? I looked down. Sure enough, there were puddles of black all around me. It was the viscous fluid that had been spilling out from inside me. A palpable manifestation of dread spurting out across the floor. But this was no time to sulk. I had to think about Seiko. I'd left her all by herself again! I wonder if she's still in the custodian's room. That sound was coming from inside the bathroom. There was a violent banging coming from one of the stalls. With a lump in my throat and a shiver down my spine, I slowly crept in to take a look. There was an eerie stillness in the air within the girls' lavatory. It didn't feel like there was anyone else in there with me, but I sensed a slight movement in the 3rd stall from the back. Yeah, we gonna save before we do this. Open it. This was the source of all the bad feelings and uncomfortable premonitions I'd been having. I knew what I was going to find. I remembered this future. This was the future I absolutely had to prevent from coming to pass. The image of what waited for me in that stall was burned into my memory. And it was now a reality.
Seiko! Seiko, you're still alive! I'll save you!
There was again a flash of a sad future that awaited us if I made even one wrong move here. But there was still time. I could still save her.
Hold on, I'll get you down!
But how? Her noose was pretty high off the ground. I needed some way to get to neck height in order to pull it down safely. Something to stand on? Think of something else. I know that doesn't work. No. Remember now, the bottom of the bucket is rusted through. I fall, and I wind up breaking Seiko's neck. There must be some other way. Some way to loosen the rope so she can breathe. Though only half-conscious, Seiko was thrashing around wildly, frantically squirming for air. It seemed automatic, like a reflex. The body struggled for life when life was being denied it. All I could see as I watched her body ringing on that rope was proof positive she wanted to live. I'm going to save you, I swear! It was going to be alright. I could see the future. Fate was on my side for a change. Yeah, I gotta think. I remember this too. If I try to lift her, I'm just going to end up pulling her down harder and breaking her neck. Seiko! What do I do? There has to be something else! Hoist her up on your shoulders! That was it! I needed to lift her higher! I quickly ducked under Seiko's body and forced myself between her wildly flailing legs until she was sitting on my shoulders. I then put everything I had into my back muscle, standing up and lifting her into the air. This created enough slack in the rope that that the upper half of Seiko's body, weakened as it was, nearly collapsed against the back wall. Thinking fast, I took a step forward and actively pushed her onto it, holding her in place so her head wouldn't drop back down again. I did what Satoshi did! Fuck yeah! Seiko, stay with me! Breathe! 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 I'm sorry, trying to make those noises hurting my throat. Oh god. Like, that cough was real a second ago. Oh god. Couldn't you get it? I'm gonna get you out of this rope now, okay? Just hold still. All the hair on my body was standing on end. I actually did it. I averted fate. I prevented Seiko's death. I could feel it all throughout my being. I had just stepped into a new world, a new destiny. It was an odd sensation. My deja vu, my memories of that horrible future had ground to a halt. I had no idea what would happen from now on. It seems the only memories I retained from the other timelines were the ones related to my dearest friend's demise. Seiko had stopped squirming and simply slumped over, exhausted from the whole ordeal. I reached my hand up to her neck, gently and carefully. And after a lot of fumbling, I successfully untied the knot on the rope. Peeling the slack noose off Seiko's neck made a sort of cracking sound with each yank. I was in awe of how much force that rope had exerted. It was painful just thinking about it. So this morning, she was all smiles and laughter. She was always thinking about me, and always so kind and outgoing. Why did something so horrible have to happen to her? There was nothing to be afraid of anymore. Seiko and I had now bypassed the sad fate that previously awaited us. As long as the two of us were together, we'd make it through this. I looked down at Seiko, still breathing, and sobbed. I led Seiko out of the stall and gently laid her down on the bathroom floor. She was too weak to go any farther just yet.
Seiko, you idiot! Why would you try to hang yourself? I was so worried about you! You have no idea!
I laid my head on her body. She was so warm. I wasn't going to let her go again. I wasn't going to let anyone take her away from me. Oh my god. Like, I mean, like, again, like, I know, like, I know that, like, you know, like, this is kind of like an offshoot of, like, you know, the canon story and everything. But still, let me hope! Let me hope, guys!
It's okay. It's okay now. I'm sorry, Seiko. I won't ever leave you alone again. Do you understand? Can you see me? It's me, Naomi. What is it? What? Seiko! What's wrong? It's me! It's me!
Seiko wasn't acting like herself. She was regarding me as if she'd just seen a ghost. Her face was plainly painted with abject fear from the very depths of her soul. She stumbled to her feet clumsily, then hastily darted out of the room. No! Oh, that was Seiko. Oopsie.
Seiko? What? Why? I didn't understand. Was she confused? Either way, I had to catch her.
Oh, yeah, because, you know, she was possessed by Sachiko, and Sachiko nearly killed her. Pardon me, Naomi nearly killed her. Oh, there's a dead body in the corner. There's a dead body in the corner. Why is that there?
Wait, tell me what's wrong. It's me, it's Naomi.
I kept pace with Seiko's frantic, unsteady sprinting as she turned the corner and headed down the staircase, and then...
Say... No.
No.
Ah!
She didn't know about the wire!
No! Why? Seiko, I saved you! I just saved you! It smells rotten. Oh, poor you. Poor you. Did you really think you could save her? Once someone's fate passes through these walls, it locks it in place forever. Don't you see? If your destiny is to die here, then that's what's going to happen, no matter what. And the way you die will just keep getting worse and worse every time.
Dear Christ.
Good girl. Good girl. Don't worry. I'll gladly extract all your painful memories for now. This isn't your first time here, after all, right? We have all the time in the world to savor all the new, unspeakable ways your friend can die. No! No!
Jesus Christ! Such unbelievable cruelty. This was an inhuman malevolence, the likes of which I had never imagined could exist. Oh, very bad! Because of my own overzealous actions, Seiko wound up meeting a fate even worse than death by hanging. I mean, okay, not to, just pointing this out, not to be that guy, but I mean, like, you would, conceivably it was very quick. Death by hanging is a lot slower and a lot more painful than running through one of those wires and your head getting sliced off, because that seems a lot more, like, quick? I don't know. It's my fault! My fault! My tears began raining down on Seiko's cheek, and on her forehead, into her nose, into her mouth, into her eyes. But Seiko's eyes wouldn't close. Despite lacking the ability to focus anymore, she kept staring right at me. Oh, Seiko, what are you looking at right now? What thoughts are going through your mind? Why did you run from me earlier? Because, you know, she remembered what you did, even though you don't remember. Why were you so afraid? But no matter how many times I asked her those questions, Seiko just wouldn't answer. I told her we'd always be friends, no matter what. That we'd always be together. Answer me! Please say something! Don't leave me all alone! I could still feel the warmth from Seiko's head in my arms, but she was gone now. I was powerless, All I could do was scream. There was nothing else to do. Nothing would change. Not that the screaming helped. All that did was echo back at me, as if mocking my pain. I felt like I was trapped in a cold, damp cell. I had no doubt in my mind that this was hell.
Why do we have to be put through these nightmares? God, I can't take it anymore! Get me out of here! Someone please save me!
Ah, an alternate universe tale. Okay, so... Well, we finished up. Number 1 is clear. Number 2 is now playable. Satomi Arai, Sinful Testimony? Wonder what that is. Let's go check that out real quick. Hard Feelings. Oh, okay. Well, I have voices turned off, so I can't hear anything. Okay, so it looks like these are just, like, testimonies from the actors. Okay, that's interesting. Well, you know, if I'm being honest, like, yeah, I could start, like, another one now. I could. But it may be better just to end this episode here, like, concluding Seal, and then moving on to Demise in the next episode. So, I think that's probably what we'll do for now. So, thank you everybody so much for watching. I appreciate you being here with me. Yeah, I mean, like, we knew that was, like, we definitely knew that was coming. But, like, what I enjoy is the fact that, like, you know, like, I had that one moment of hope that maybe a story would keep going, but no, then it just ended. Oh my god, it was insane. I definitely really enjoyed, like, you know, like, seeing this, and, like, knowing that, like, thinking about it, it could possibly be canonical that they went through this, like, going back in time thing a number of times, and it wasn't until, like, you know, they got lucky that one time that they managed to, you know, defeat Sachiko and get themselves out. So, quite possibly, one of the reasons Naomi could be so fucking, you know, quote-unquote crazy, you know, in the future is the, like, well, like, that scene we saw with her mother in, like, the first episode, you know? It could be that, like, she's had to watch her friend die multiple times and no one remembers her. I mean, like, that's just a recipe for, like, you know, madness right there. But either way, yeah, I like the first one. First one was good. Very sad. Very much not fun. Like, the first bit was great. I loved it. And then all the bad things happened, and then I didn't like it anymore. But either way, I'm enjoying this game, and I hope that you guys are too. So, thanks again, everybody. And, as always, if you enjoyed this as much as I did, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe if you're not already. Ring that bell for all them notifications is. And until next time, have yourselves a beautiful day, my beautiful, beautiful viewers.